Here is problem 29 from the homework, which now involves variables with it. So we're still going to think of the product property, where the square root of 42 times the square root of x squared times the square root of y squared is the same as what we started with. So we're just going to look at each factor and see if they can be simplified. We start with the square root of 42 first. Think of, are there any perfect squares that are a factor of 42? So no, none of these numbers can go in evenly into 42. So this is actually already simplified. But now what about when we have variables, specifically variables that are squared? What if that variable was, say, the number 5. Let's just say in place of x, we're going to have 5 squared. Well, 5 squared is the same as 5 times 5, or 25. What's the square root of 25? It's 5. The answer is 5. So anytime you have something squared, the square root of that is just that base number. So it would be the same for x squared. X squared, that's a funny 2, but x squared can be written like x times x. It's a variable multiplied by itself. If we were to take the square root of that, it's just going to be x. So let's just erase this to give me more room. Remember, we just said this can't be simplified because there aren't any perfect squares that can go into it, but the square root of something squared is just that value, so it'll just be x. What do you think about the square root of y squared? That'll just be y. So these two square roots became x and y. They're outside the square roots. The way we're going to write our final answer, because these aren't in square roots anymore, those come outside it. X times y is xy, and we still have the square root of 42. And that's the final simplified answer for 29.